Hey YouTube, 4 fragrances that were big letdowns for me in 2021. And before everybody flames me, let's remember scent is subjective. Some things I love you might hate, vice versa. There's a fragrance for everybody, okay? So if there's a fragrance here you love, please don't take it like a personal dig, okay? The first one is the most likable and wearable one actually out of the 4 I'm gonna mention. And it's 8 Bob the original, JFK's signature scent. And a common theme you're gonna see throughout this video is me saying there was a lot of hype about this fragrance from a bunch of reviewers on YouTube, and then I got the scent and I just did not like it, and it was not what I remember being described. Okay, so this scent though is nice. Okay, I think that this still is a timeless fragrance. It can be dropped in any decade and it'll work. Okay, put this in the 30s, put this in the 70s, I could see it. But I just think it's okay. I think it's all right. I think I was also expecting a really show-stopping scent because it was JFK signature scent, and people were saying that it's just not only timeless, but it has this unique appeal to it. But I don't really find it that unique. Kind of has a barbershop, old school kind of vibe, and that's really it. But I did pull a couple compliments with this scent, but I don't really reach for this fragrance because there are other things I prefer wearing. So 8 Bob, the OG, is what we're gonna start with. Second is a lot of y'all's beloved child, and it's Alexandria II. And let me start by saying that this is definitely a fragrance enthusiast type of fragrance, okay? There are so many people saying that this is a luxurious masterpiece, and it is. It's 10 out of 10 in terms of longevity, scent trail, performance, or projection, I should say. But the scent is pretty polarizing, and I had a bit of a honeymoon phase with this fragrance. Let me explain. The first time I wore it, the opening, thought was okay. When it started to dry down, I really loved it. I loved wearing this for the 3 times I wore it, and then for some reason it just went downhill. When I did wear this around other people, nobody liked it, okay? They thought that it smelled like a powdery barnyard, and there is oud in this fragrance. And before anybody comes for me and says, it's skin chemistry, you just saw, like, you know, all that kind of stuff, valid. But I mean, I've tried this on clothes. I did wear it on skin, and people have actually sprayed this in my room to get the freshness in the air, to see what it smells like in the air just off the bottle. And everybody hated it. Everybody hated it. And I'm not surrounded with fragrance enthusiasts. So this is just coming from noses from people you're going to meet on the street, you know? And I'm not saying that this is a completely unlikable scent, because I know that there's people that are going to enjoy this, that aren't even into fragrances. I think it's an acquired taste kind of scent profile. Okay, so if you're interested in getting this, I would suggest the sample to start, see how you like it, and then if you want to buy a full size, go for it. But yeah, be cautious. I know that this is something that the internet loves, but out there, it really was, like, you saw my review with my sister. She thought it was a 2 out of 10. And then I had her smell it hours later. She still thought it was disgusting. And then I had her smell it a day later to make sure she really got the dry down of it. And she was like, yeah, that smells pretty, like, she hated it. She really did not like this fragrance. And that was the reaction of a lot of other people as well here. But again, wear it if you want to. I think the people that are already wearing this, they don't care about if it's mass appealing or not, because like I said, it's more of a fragrance enthusiast kind of scent. But anyways, Alexandria II, kind of a letdown for me in that regard. I just heard so much about it, and then yeah, it just did not live up to what I was expecting in my mind. Okay, so the third one is another fan favorite. It's Creation E by Raja Parfums. And when I say fan favorite, I mean in the fragrance community. And I think when I was watching reviews, a lot of these reviewers, and this didn't register in my mind when I was picking scents to be sent over from these brands, that a lot of these reviewers have smelled so many different things, that their noses have changed over time and their tastes have developed into something that I'm not there yet, pretty much is what I'm saying. So the reviews for Creation E, I was hearing that it was a sexy, mysterious, Coca-Cola fizz kind of fragrance. And I get that part. I do understand the fizzy scent profile. However, I get more antique shop than Coca-Cola. Because people said Coca-Cola, I made myself find that scent. But honestly, right off the bat, this smelled like an old antique shop to me. And that's honestly just not a scent that gets me horned up. And it's not a scent that people around me liked also. Same thing goes for this one as it did for Alexandria II. I've had people spray it on themselves. I wore it on clothes, sprayed it in the air, and nobody liked it around me. Okay, I think I definitely gave this fragrance a shot. I wore it more than 5 times to just really see how the reactions would be, see if my opinion of it would change. But yeah, another acquired taste kind of fragrance. I think that it's better suited for maybe a guy going through a midlife crisis, maybe somebody in their 40s and 60s. I don't see this as a youthful scent. I think if you're trying to go for unique, it'll totally do that. But this is one of those fragrances that when you're out there in the real world, it's not going to be, don't expect the same reactions that you're seeing online. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that are talking about how amazing this is online know about different fragrances, have smelt many of different fragrances, but the people out there have not. They probably have never even heard of Raja Parfums before. So Creation E, a bit of a letdown for me personally. And the fourth one is another Raja. And to be honest, I'm not really let down with the scent. I just guess I don't really like it as much. And it's a Midsummer Dream. I didn't have much expectations when I got this fragrance. I just remember seeing one review and this gentleman was describing this scent to be magical and mystical. And when I heard those 2 M&Ms or 2 M's, I was like, shit, yeah, that sounds like a pretty sick fragrance. Something that smells mystical and magical. Get out of here. Let me try this, right? So I wore this and then I gave it a chance to dry down and I had to shower. I did not like it. And usually I rock with cardamom fragrances. I love spicy scents. But this one just had that stink in the background that I just could not unsmell throughout the whole entire wear time. And I was like, yeah, I gotta get this off my arm. I have to get this off my body. It's just not my thing. To me, instead of being mystical and magical, as, you know, A Midsummer Dream, I was in that play. Another reason why I was kind of drawn to getting the bottle. But it smells more like being next to a guy that he's wearing a cologne, but you smell more of his BO than the cologne. You know what I'm saying? Like it's mixing together and it's definitely top heavy on the BO than it is on the fresh and clean kind of cologne, and it's hot and you're sweating outside. That's the vibe I get with this fragrance, and that's the reason I don't really like it as much, because I've smelt this scent not as a perfume, but in real life, and it's just like almost KO'd me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, those are the 4 I'm gonna mention. Let me know if you have any letdowns that you were a bit disappointed in. Anything's fair game, doesn't really matter, but I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.